Right, I've got to call into the mill and then I've got a meeting.
Have fun.
Well, I wouldn't call the Health and Safety Subcommittee at a PCT fun.
Still, it's nice to get out.
Is it lunchtime yet?
10 minutes.
Better find me some more work then.
What about that mountain of filing I gave you to do?
Done it?
What, all of it?
Yep.
Well, I've never seen it work so fast. It's as much as I can do to get her to wash a coffee cup at home.
Maybe it's the way you ask.
Shouldn't have to ask.
How are your IT skills?
Brilliant.
Well, the patient database could do with a good old overhaul, you know, check for duplicates, that sort of thing.
Well, I was going to do that next week.
Well, why keep a dog and bark yourself? Do you think you can handle that?
Woof woof.
Great. Well, your mum will show you what to do. I'm sure she'll find the appropriate tone.
I'll try.
Oh, I shouldn't be late. Liz Frobisher is chairing the meeting.
Bit of a dragon lady.
Oh, yeah. She's the Mussolini of the PCT.
Lab sang Souchon, please.
I'm making herbal, chamomile or peppermint.
I'll give it a miss, thanks.
Ah, just the person. Oh, no. We still haven't had our supervision meeting.
We have.
This is the follow-up.
How many times? I'm a qualified doctor. I don't need supervising.
She's got a point.
Thank you, Heston. I'm dealing with this. It's practice policy to make sure you're settling in okay.
She makes a mean cup of chamomile.
Won't take long. Just a quick catch-up.
I'll see if I can find time later. I've got a patient coming in.
At lunchtime?
Only time you could make it.
Something tells me she's not keen.
Aren't you supposed to be supervising Simon during his training?
Oh, he's managing fine, aren't you, boy?
Well, actually, I did have a few questions.
We'll save them up. We'll have a drink after work sometime.
Well, I think the process should be a little more formal than that.
I'm free later.
I'll check my diary.
I wasn't expecting to see you today.
Oh, I need to collect some papers for the PCT meeting. If I don't get a move on soon, I'm going to be in big trouble. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mark Denham, I've got an appointment to see Dr. Carmichael.
Oh, yes. I think she's free now. You can go straight through.
Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
How are you today, Mr. Denham?
Been better.
Please take a seat. I've had a letter from your consultant at St. Phil's.
I couldn't believe it when he told me. I ran a marathon last year.
MS doesn't really care how fit you are, or were.
I just thought I had the flu or something. I feel fine now.
Professor Spaulding thinks you have the relapsing remitting form of the illness.
Meaning?
Exactly what it says on the tin. You get ill, and then you get better.
Then I get ill again.
Yes. But every time the illness goes into remission, you never quite get back to where you were before.
So it's a downward curve.
Usually. But the curve can be gradual.
That's how it'll always be, just coming and going like that.
That's the best case scenario.
And the worst.
There is another stage to the illness. Secondary progressive. Not everybody gets that.
But those that do.
The downward curve continues, but without the remissions. It's not in itself life-threatening, and it doesn't affect every MS patient, but it can lead to a serious deterioration in your ability to function independently. Then you might need quite a lot of looking after. Have you got anyone to do that?
I hope so.
Heston, I've just been looking at my diary.
Oh, marvellous. Anything interesting coming up? Holiday? Nice trip to the theatre?
Actually, I was thinking more about our supervision meeting.
Were you indeed?
Yeah, I can make 3 o'clock.
Much as I'd love to chew the medical fat with you, I'm afraid I've got rather a full list this afternoon.
Not till 4.
Pardon?
Your list doesn't start till 4.
So, you've got an hour then?
That'll be enough, will it, do you think?
It'll do for starters.
Great. See you at 3.
Oh, sorry, Steve, to let it run on so late.
You're in a good mood today.
Am I?
Yeah, you look well. Have you lost weight?
Yeah, a few pounds.
I like your hair like that.
Well, I thought it was time for a change.
Oh. Spring in your step. Big smile on your face. Makeover. Can only mean one thing.
Do you fancy a coffee?
I thought you were never going to ask.
Busy?
Oh, well,
Good, we can have that chat.
Is this going to take long? Only I do have work to do.
Well, let's start with that, shall we?
What?
Your work.
I am fully qualified. I don't see why I have to be subjected to the 3rd degree about my competence as a doctor.
3rd degree? That's a bit of an exaggeration, wouldn't you say?
I just don't see the point. I am good at my job.
I don't think anyone's questioning your medical knowledge.
I should hope not.
But there's more to being a doctor than the ability to make a good diagnosis.
Such as?
Your interpersonal skills leave a lot to be desired.
What is that supposed to mean?
Think about that response. Maybe you'll understand.
I speak as I find.
Nothing wrong with honesty, but your bedside manner could do with some work.
I am not going to spend hours skirting around an issue. I like to get to the point.
Which can sometimes come across as abrasive, rude, confrontational. Not all of our patients appreciate that.
Well, that's their problem.
No, Zara, it's yours. Patients need to trust their doctor. They can't do that if they're scared stiff of her. Why do you feel the need to speak to people in the way you do?
It's just the way I am.
I wonder if there isn't something else going on here.
What do you mean?
You tell me. Some personal problem, perhaps?
I know what people think of me. You know, a bit of a battle axe, ruthless career woman. Had it all my life.
Well, you do certainly seem to be dedicated to your job.
But so do you.
Thank you.
But somewhere along the line, you seem to have found time to get married.
Twice, with the same man.
And you have children too, don't you?
Yeah, and grandchildren.
Yes, you see, that was never for me. I mean, I have a good life, you know, independence, money, nice house, car, good holiday, I can do what I want. And I've met some men along the way, but nobody who's ever set off that spark. Until Mark came along.
Oh, go on.
Well, quite simply, he is the most amazing man I've ever met. And within days of meeting him, I'd fallen quite gloriously and unreservedly head over heels in love.
My personal life has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Because if there is something that's causing you stress, that could affect your ability to make informed decisions at work.
I don't see how my personal problems, even assuming I have any effect on my ability to do my job. And I think you've got a nerve suggesting it.
I don't want to know the details.
No, it sounds to me like you're having a rootle around, trying to see what sort of dirt you can dig on me.
And it sounds to me like you're being incredibly hostile and defensive for someone who doesn't believe their personal life has any effect on their ability to interact with patients. Zara, I don't want my personal life being paraded around at work either. But if this is
This isn't working.
What isn't?
This supervision, it's not what I want.
Well, it may not be, but being a good supervisor isn't necessarily about giving you what you want. It's what you need that counts.
This is not what I need. So if you don't mind, I have work to do.
I don't think we've finished.
Oh, but I think we have. Goodbye.
I'll put the kettle on.
Oh, I've just had a coffee, thanks.
Well, you don't mind if I have a tea, do you?
Oh, we don't have long.
We've got a whole hour.
Well, I'd rather just get on with things, if that's okay.
As you wish. What's all that?
You don't mind if I take a few notes, do you?
Oh, be my guest. It's really more of an informal chat.
Informal chat.
So, how's it going?
In what sense?
In the sense of how's it going? Any problems? Things you want to discuss?
Oh, well, I've got a few questions.
Questions we can handle. Fire away. That's a few, is it?
Fail to prepare and prepare to fail. My tutor used to say that.
I bet he did.
So my first question relates to this article I found on late onset gastrointestinal pain in juvenile dermatomyositis as a manifestation of ischemic ulceration from chronic endarteropathy.
Oh, it does it?
I met him at my health club. Noticed him around on the machines.
Fit, is he?
Oh, well, he fills that tracksuit very nicely, let's put it that way. And we got chatting in the juice bar. The rest, as they say, is history.
How long ago was that?
6 months.
Well, you certainly seem to have come a long way in a short time.
Yeah, why not? I mean, all my life I've done the right thing, you know, put the career first. And all of a sudden there was this man who told me that he loved me. And suddenly everything changed.
Just like that?
Yeah. I know it sounds strange. And if one of my friends had come to me a year ago and told me this story, I would have said they were quite mad. Don't expect you to understand.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I met this man last year in Spain, and he followed me back here to the UK, and he wanted to marry me.
But you didn't.
Time just didn't seem right.
Well, for me it is. And we're getting hitched at Christmas on a beach in St. Lucia.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So come on then, tell me more about him.
Oh, I can do better than that. He phoned while you were freshening up. He's on his way over here. Meeting is here in 10 minutes.
Oh, I don't want to get in the way.
No, you won't. At least stop and say hello, and then he's going to whisk me off somewhere. Probably wants to talk about the wedding. He's very romantic.
He's not the only one, is he?
Yeah, I know. Who would have thought it of Mussolini Frobisher?
But would that be true of all patients?
Not necessarily, no.
But you just said in most cases it was.
Is most, isn't all, though, is it?
So how do I tell the difference?
Instinct, I suppose.
Isn't there another test that can be done?
Not really, no.
Well, what if I get it wrong?
If you've weighed up the probabilities correctly, then you won't. Probably.
But what if I do?
Look, the science is important, but in the end, you have to trust your own judgment. Otherwise, you'll spend the rest of what I hope is a long and illustrious career disappearing up your own backside. Now, write that down.
Oh, here he is. Oh, I didn't mention his toy boy status to you, did I? He's 13 years younger than me, and with the stamina to go with it. Hello, darling. Hi. Well, this is Julia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Have you got time for another cup of coffee?
No, I think I better be getting back to work, actually.
Okay.
But it was very nice to meet you, Mark.
Oh, sure.
Liz, take care. And good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Are you all right?
It's a bit warm in here.
All right, do you want to go for a walk? I don't have to be back in the office for a while.
Good idea.
Okay, I'll just powder my nose and I'll be right with you.
Thirsty?
No, I've got a frog in my throat and I'm trying to drown it.
Sorry. How was your session with Lily?
Oh, don't ask. What about you?
Heston's so vague. I had all these questions for him and he didn't really answer any of them. So frustrating.
If I had to use a word to describe Lily's mentoring style, vague would not be it.
Really? That sounds like just what I need.
Well, you should ask her to take you on. She'd give us all the benefit of her great knowledge and wisdom given half the chance.
Heston's not nearly so keen. To be honest, I feel a bit shortchanged.
Well, you should go back and tell him.
No, I couldn't do that.
Why not? Time you stood up for yourself.
Well, it's all right for you.
Why?
Because you don't mind standing up to people. In fact, you're very good at it.
We all have our own ways of doing things.
Well, I'll have to think about it.
Don't think, geek boy. Do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so lovely to be outside. You know, I was wondering when we get married about moving into the country, somewhere really remote.